Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Dolphins coming in at 9-4, going up against the Bears, who come in at 11-2. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I, we have brought our talents to South Beach, or at least in the neighborhood of South Beach, as we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Miami Dolphins. They come up in an offset eye. They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the left side, a catch by White. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. The play clock's running down. They'll run for the first time with Jeremy Langford. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble. Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. On 1st and 10, Tannehill firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
They'll look to run with Langford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, it's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Defensively, the starters for Chicago, and they feel like they've got a big-time disruptor in Leonard Floyd from Georgia.
And when the draft process began, there was a mixed bag of opinions about Leonard Floyd. But as time went on and he tested and people saw him work out and they saw the sheer athleticism, people realized they'd better move fast to get him, and the Bears did, moving up in the first round to number 9 to pluck him.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll send Landry in motion right. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Looking, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So they're on the 5-yard line here. 2nd. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. The low setback is Langford. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. Muscles him off. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their big-bodied receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And he's got it up and through. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Right back to Drake. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 1st down, Drake. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Four yards remaining now on second down. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our run.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Miami after this. Drake will start the drive on the ground. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
The slot man in motion right. On first down, it's Tannehill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that's good for a Miami first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of... He's got it! Touchdown, Dolphins! Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And quickly, they get to the line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And he knocks it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they want to to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barkevious Mingo. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, Langford. Room here to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Shift together here from the D-line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
He completes it right side to White. It's a pickup of 14 there, and the Bears are going to get a first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, it's Tannehill. That is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
That could not have been timed out any better, and that's exactly what receivers want. The ball in their hands as quick as possible allows them to catch it at full speed and take off and go. And how about the end result there? Big-time run after catch yardage. That rack yardage is so valuable for any offense.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Again, Tannehill going deep here for Parker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
3 yards to go on second down. Langford again. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the quarterback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there at 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. look to throw on 3rd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Tannehill. Caru's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, Tannehill out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. They'll set up the screen to Dre. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now. But you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Second and goal from the 5. They'll try again with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Now Tannehill. And a quick throw here that's complete. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that. Super toe.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. To go on 3rd. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Dolphins have a first down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Frank's kick is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone. It
always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Halfback sent in motion. Detroit! Back He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now
the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. Detroit! 10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. And now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
how many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll drop the throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins, but he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. I'll tell you what, partner, you learn a lot in every game. But when you win a close one, maybe you get to determine a little bit more about the guts of your team if you're the head coach.
It gives you much more than a snapshot now, doesn't it? You get to see the full picture of who your team is, and especially individuals and how they handle pressure situations.
And then moving forward, you have the confidence that late in a close game, hey, we've been here before. We've done this. We've won this game.
There's a comfort zone that exists now. So instead of them pressing in those situations, now there's an air of confidence and calm, and then you just watch them go out and execute.
So for Chicago, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From South Florida, good night, everybody.